Let there be peace and love among all beings of the universe. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaskar, Namaskar. Welcome to Satsang. Jayant. Who is Jayant? Come here. Pull back a little. Beloved Papaji, I am here since about 6 weeks and for the 4th time altogether. In the beginning of the meeting, you, a year and a half ago, you gave me a lot of intense personal guidance and help. This time, I somehow understood the right thing to do is just to sit by myself and keep quiet. That's all you have to do. That's the end. Sit by yourself and keep quiet. What more? What more? What next? Sit by myself and keep quiet. That's quite enough. That is the end of search. Then what's next? Then again you say to dissolve questions by going inside rather than putting them outside. This is only description. This is only description before keeping quiet. That worked many times very beautifully. Still the doubt keeps coming back. Doubts will come because you are not quiet, and you are not sitting by yourself. So that was only intellectual understanding. You didn't put it into practice. You didn't keep quiet even for a second. Intellectual understanding in intellectual quietness. Intellectual self. That's all. You didn't do it, Where the doubts come from? Then to try it on my own could be also just arrogance. Then you know it, this is arrogance. This even more so because I am going through one of the most extreme phases of my life where I am confronted again and again by fear of death. You are confronted with fear of death because you are not quiet. You are not by yourself. Therefore, people who are not by themselves and not quiet, they are always afraid of death and they have to die. So before death, if you know how to keep quiet, no death can touch you. And not knowing anything anymore, can you please give me some kind of sign? Thank you, Papaji, for your abundance of love and patience. So again, you have to sit quiet by yourself. Don't run after the desired object of senses. You have tried already, isn't it? You have already tried running after the objects of senses and you have tasted them very well for millions of years. If you are still not satisfied, you can carry on. And those who are tired of tasting, they come to satsang to find something higher than this taste, which is peace and love and beauty and eternal rest. So simple, just to keep quiet, do not think, don't make any effort, that's all. So you have been here since many times you came also. Very good. So this is the right guidance. You are guided by your mind and you are guided by your senses. No? So far you have been guided by the mind. So this time, refuse the mind. You say, refuse. I don't listen to you. That's all you have got to do. Okay. Okay, Kashyap, we will keep place to Kashyap, you can go back now. Kashyap, come here. Dear Papa, is there anything I can do or you can do to make enlightenment come quicker? Enlightenment is quicker than you. Quicker than you, yes. How can you do anything? Very quicker than the rays of sunshine rays, quicker than light, you see. Yes. Or to stop it from coming. You can't stop it. Why can't you stop it? Because it is already there. It's already there, therefore it is the quickest. It is quickest because it is already there. And you are taking time to reach it. You are taking time to reach it. It is already there. It seems like it is completely out of my hands. Yes, it is completely out of your hands because your hands are loaded with so many desires. Your hands are already full of desires and closed. You can't make place for enlightenment. So how you have to do it? And that I am but an actor. This is also not true. You are not acting. You are not acting. If you know that you are acting, you are already enlightened. You take it for granted that what you are doing is absolutely true. Do you know that what are you doing is you are acting? Do you know that what are you doing? You are acting. When you are loving someone, when you are related to someone, and do you tell the other man or a woman, I am just acting? Will you tell? So you are not acting. If you are acting, if you know, it is my acting. I walk, I talk, I behave, I go, I come, I live, I wake, I dream, I sleep. It's all acting. Then you are enlightened. If you know all your activity is acting, you are free. But you take it for granted that it is truth. Therefore, you are in trouble. Follow it? Yeah. Would you please comment on this? No comments. No comments. Who can comment it?
If my fists are full or closed.
Close, then extend them, open. That's all. Extend them, open. What do you feel? Extend, open. Yes. Now?
It feels nicer.
Huh?
It feels
What?
nicer, more relaxed.
Yeah, this is enlightenment. Open, yes. What do you find? Yes. Here is enlightenment. Here is freedom. Yes. Yes. Not closing. Open the hand and extend them. Yes. Somebody will come and hug you. Yes. And you were already engaged. And you didn't feel the presence of freedom. Yes. You have to be empty of everything. Nobody will come to you if you are already engaged. So open your hands, extend like this thing and feel who comes to hug you. Feel it. You see? What comments now? Now you comment now. Beloved Papaji, thank you that I am here. Today is my birthday. Many people are celebrating these birthdays every day. I do not know what kind of birthday. Many people every day, this is my birthday, this is my birthday, every day they come in the evening. Then I ask them, one birthday is given to you by parents who the father put you into the dark cell for 9 months and then you were born. One is this birthday. Is it this birthday? And if it is so, then what is the happiness about this birthday? Coming from the dungeon and enjoying this birthday and again returning to death. Immediately you are born, the death is following you. The same day, the same hour. Even some people die before the birth even. So what enjoyment is there? Another birth is given to you by Sadguru because there is no fear of again birth, no fear of birth even. He removes your birth and also death. So this birthday you can enjoy, and perhaps this is the birthday. So I will ask, what is this Prem Utsav? What kind of this birthday is? Whose Prem Utsav? You make place for this. Okay? This is the girl. You are from Russia? Russia, no?
Lithuania. Lithuania.
Okay. So which kind of, let me read you.
I like
What?
I write next which kind of birthday it is.
She wrote next which kind of birthday it is.
Next line.
First time.
Next line she wrote which kind of birthday it is.
Next line, I have not. Okay. Thank you for your present for my birthday. Happy. Oh, she is good. This birthday is happening every moment of my life now, continue forever. That's why many people are celebrating. Very good answer. You are my real father. Thank you, my beloved Papaji. Your loving daughter, Prem. Now you can celebrate. We all join your celebration. Yes, we are all celebrating your birthday. Yes. Then, not usual birthday with the candles and all. We don't need candles. We don't need any presents, you see. You just sing a song. That's enough. I got rid of all birthdays like this song. I am free of all birthdays and all death days. Yes, I am happy. Yes.
This birthday is happening every moment, and it's not my birthday. Moment. It's
Yeah.
birthday of the moment.
Sing a song, I say. Yes, stand up. And she is also singing. This sparrow is also singing. Yes. You painting, good painting, eh?
I never see you. I meet you only in my dream. You are my real love. I know you are. There is no you.
You do not know how to sing, okay? I will try. Oh yeah, but we have to celebrate. Yes, we have to celebrate your birthday, yes. Okay, let us celebrate. Who will come to celebrate? You come. You come here. You sing good song, no? You are celebrated, no? Behind this girl. You come here. She will sing for you. She has celebrated her. She has celebrated her birthday, you know. You help her to sing. She has celebrated her birthday. You sit there, that side, no? Both of you together, no? Yes, she will say. Yes, tell her. You sing, no? Sing for her. Yes. Yes.
Tenho tanto pra lhe falar, mas com palavras não sei dizer como é grande o meu amor por você. Me desespero a procurar mais uma forma de te falar como é grande o meu amor por você. E não há nada pra comparar, para poder lhe explicar como é grande o meu amor por você.
Very good. Now you are happy? Yes. What is this? Arpitam. Beloved Master, Bodhi Arpitam. Who's Bodhi Arpitam? Yes, come here. Thank you. Extremely grateful for your love and compassion. Thank you for showing me the beauty and peace of this moment. Dear Papaji, could you give me a new name to celebrate this moment? Wonderful. This moment, you see. Yes. First you discuss. First you tell me what is this moment, no? What is this beauty? What is this beauty? How does she look like? How did you see her? How did she receive you? Tell me now. Then I will give you new name. Yes, yes. Yeah, how did you meet her? And where she was hiding? She's always in veil, you know. That's why nobody can see her. She's always in veil. How could you manage to see her?
By staying here. By staying here.
By
Being here.
being very good. It's a good answer, by being here. Then you can see this beauty only by being here, no? And nobody's here, everybody is always there. Everyone is always there. There. Yes. Therefore, no one can see this beauty, this peace. Peace is here. And no one has a time to be here. Millions of years have passed and nobody is yet here. Nobody is here. So how to be here now? You tell me. How to be here?
Just be here.
Huh?
Just to be here.
So simple, but so simple to be here is just to be here, you know. But no one knows it, no? No one knows it, therefore everybody is suffering. Everybody is suffering. Beautiful. You are beautiful, you know? You are beautiful, no? You know it, no? No. This is beauty, no? To be here is beauty, you know? Seeing the beauty, you become beauty, you know? Yes. Yes. Where you are from?
Australia.
Huh?
Australia? Australia.
Australia.
Australia, yes. Kangaroos, you know? This is not kangaroo.
No.
No, what is this?
Feathers.
Huh?
Feathers.
Huh? Australians are very fond of kangaroos. They only have kangaroo here. That's good. Kangaroos they have, no? This means beautiful and beauty, eternal beauty, Sundaram. Okay? This you can pronounce this thing?
Sundaram.
Yes, okay. Very, very good. The next one is this. Very good. Okay, go back to your place. I will sit here. This man, Tosh. Beloved Papaji, thank you for yesterday's koan to find out what is before the intellect. Tosh. Yesterday, very good. And yesterday your work was here, no yesterday, so I cut it, no here. Whereas yesterday's work was here. Yesterday's this was the work, no? So you call it koan, no? Koan, yes. Thank you for yesterday's koan to find out what is before the intellect, yes. Now the question, how to work with this koan? If you have gone to any Zen master, if you had gone to any Zen master and asked this question, you know what was his reply? You know it? You know? Yes. Okay. I don't keep that. No. It's too soft, I don't keep it. Okay, then I don't have that stick, okay?
Use this.
Then nobody will listen, I will. Then he will slap you, at least slap you and ask him, who produced the sound? He will ask you, what sound is there? What is your answer? If I slap you, who produced this sound? Was it my hand or was it your cheek? Tell me now. This is koan, no? Yes. And in this one gets enlightened. Yes, yes. What is the sound of the slap? One got enlightened. There was one in ancient time, the Emperor of China, and there was one Zen teacher living in the river, in one river in a boat. So he was an enlightened person, so the emperor wanted to go and see him for enlightenment. This king was a very beautiful king, you see. So he goes to him, and one foot was on the bank of the river and one was on the boat. You know, just to get into the boat, you always do like this. And somehow he came to know he is His Majesty, the Emperor of this country. He took his oar and bet him on his chest, and he fell into the river. Fell into the river. This was Kwan, and he was very happy, and he was dancing. I got enlightenment, I got free. What happened to this emperor? And what was the teaching of this boatman? He was called boatman. This is Kwan. Also, Kwans are different. What happened to this emperor? Kwans are different, but people don't understand. I was invited by one Zen teacher. He was teaching, he was Japanese, and he invited me in Casablanca. I had gone there in Casablanca, and then after this talks, I gave talks and then meditation facing the wall also. Then he said, let us go to one. It was a very good ashram. Nothing was belonging to anything of the Europe. Everything was imported from Japan. Lakes, very good lake inside, very good, maybe about 10 square kilometers. Then he said, let us go to the Japanese restaurant. What was the name? He knows Doshamaru? Huh? Dishamaru. Japanese Zen master, Dishamaru. He has one center in Paris also. He invited me, so I had gone to this Casablanca, and then he took me to Japanese restaurant for dinner, and then with this about 30 students, and all started drinking. Then he offered me a drink also. And then he told me, when I drink, I drink. This is a koan, you have heard it, no? When I drink, I drink. Yes. This is a koan. Is it? Gregor knows, no? When I drink, I drink.
When I drink, I'm drunk.
Huh?
When I drink, I'm drunk.
This is Yugoslavian. This is Yugoslavian koan, no? When I drink, I am drunk. This is But this is Zen koan. When I drink, I drink. When I drink, it's a very beautiful meaning, you see. So what this man was asking, you finish acting, you see. Whenever you are thirsty, you drink. When you are hungry, you eat. When you come across some circumstances, you get involved and finish. That means that. So he used in wine also. When I drink, I drink. Then I told him, when I don't drink, I don't drink. So he transmitted throughout the world. And this is now latest Poonja ji Koan. It is entered now. It is entered, recognized by him, and he transmitted to all the Zen centers in the world. Poonja ji Koan is this: when I don't drink, I don't drink. So I didn't drink, and then he drank so much. The 4 persons physically loaded him into the car. And then I said, let us meditate. Because I've come here, I want to take your photo now. He could not sit. So I asked his students, you hold his neck. You open his eyes. This is Kwan. This is Kwan. Kwan is very good. When I suffer, I suffer. When I am happy, I am happy. Acting, who was speaking about acting? Yes. Yeah. When I am happy, I am happy. When I sleep, I sleep. When I dance, I dance. Yeah. This is called Kwan. Now you ask me now. I'm happy you got it. Even first satsang you came, I'm happy. And I couldn't see you because I was busy whole day. Evening you came, so now you can ask me. So this is a Kwan. Keep quiet, that's all. Don't trouble your mind. Don't trouble your mind. Keep quiet. That's all. Now this work is over. Now, what are you going to do now? You want to...
May I put some questions?
Sit down here, then nearby. Here. Can you give a chair?
One chair.
Chair. Here, so that you will sit here.
Yes.
Leave this place. Keep it here, and so that you sit
They will bring you. They will bring you.
No, yes. Here. Keep it this thing here, so that okay.
One minute.
Okay. It can face this way, no?
I have to move that way, like this. Yeah. Okay. Maybe a little bit higher.
Video-wise is better than video-wise is better than you here.
Yeah.
Okay. That's better. I would like to put a few questions. concerning the teachings and the situation I've noticed here. The question is, why are some That's the only one I understand you say that. I wanted to ask you something about this spiritual. For example, people that are not here, people that go home, you give them some push here to work on themselves. What they do? Do they meditate? They don't. Do they make this inquiry when what do you suggest to the people that go away from this place? That cannot be in the contact with you all the time.
Sit idle. Don't keep quiet. Sit, work, do your respective professions, your job, return, and don't get out of this process of the world. Don't disturb the world. Stay here. After having known, there's no difference whether you are working or you are sitting quiet. I'm not teaching like Buddhists and reject your work and shave your heads, young girls, young boys, and join the monasteries. I don't teach that because we had a very bad experience out of this social.
Yes, of course.
Yes, very bad experience because India was totally Buddhist. Not only right from Afghanistan up to Indonesia, then Bodhidharma went up to China,
yes.
Japan, then all this east was totally Buddhist, you see. So then came the invaders, you see. So ahimsa parama dharma, we will not fight, we will not kill any beings.
Yeah.
So this was the teaching of the Buddhists. Everybody were living in the monasteries, not working. The warriors were not working at the aim of the soldiers were not there to defend the borders. And they welcome. Many people came from other countries. Muslims came, Muhammad Ghaznavi came, and he looted. First they were coming to loot the gold. India was called Golden Sparrow.
Golden Sparrow, I see.
Yes, and then they looted the temples, Somnath temple, and many other rich temples. They took away the diamonds. So then they wanted to settle down here. Muhammad Ghaznavi came for 19 times, and Prithviraj was the king, and he was leaving him. You are our guest. I can't kill you.
I see.
I can't kill you. Leaving him. So he broke his brother, Jai Singh, his brother. This is how it happened. I will give you. You are the elder brother and he is the younger brother. I will give you half of the kingdom of India. You side me. This is how it happened. He broke away. So invading, then they started burning the monasteries. And at Texila, now in Punjab, that was the largest Buddhist monastery. 80,000 nuns and monks were burnt alive.
Oh, hi.
80,000. Yeah. And then that was the biggest library in the world. Nalanda and Texla, you might have read if you were a
Nalanda,
student
yeah, I've heard of
history.
it, yes.
They burnt it. Biggest library in the world. That was, I think, 2nd AD. 2nd, 3rd AD that was burnt. And it was the largest stock of the books there. They have been destroyed. And many people have been killed by the invaders. Ahimsa.
Yeah, I see.
So I don't teach that.
But
Soldier
spiritually,
has to be remain a soldier.
he has to follow his dharma, but spiritually, what should these people do spiritually? Should they meditate or just forget about what they heard here?
No, meditation I don't teach them sitting meditation. I don't teach them sitting meditation. This meditation has to continue always, standing, walking, sitting, sleeping, dreaming, awaking.
Making the inquiry, who am I?
No, inside, not making inquiry, inside you know. As I can give you example, supposing there is a woman, wife of some family, but somehow she fell in love with the neighbor. Husband is there and children are there. Now, to hide this love of her paramour, of the friends, how she is keeping in the heart. She is not disclosing to her husband, no? Not telling. Now, she is serving her husband more and more so that he has no doubt about her. And then massages her and then serves her more than other wives. Then takes care of the children when they go to school and the husband goes to office. She jumps and goes to her friend. But all day long, while serving her husband, she keeps something in the mind, not speaking, but something is there, love of the paramour. If you have experienced love of a girl, you can know it, otherwise you can't know it. Similarly, those people who have love for their own self, they will always keep, they can't forget it, where whatever they do. In this case, she is working, living as a wife, but when that time will come, when my husband will go to office, children go to school, I will jump the wall and then I will be with my friend. So like this, always she is remembering. So this is called always keeping quiet and living with your own self. You are not to do anything. Just instinct will be there. Inside, some pull, some attraction will be there. She is not doing anything, she is not remembering, but she is attracted with the attachment of someone. So you can't do anything. When this attachment will pull you from inside, and your outgoing tendencies of the senses will be with other people, like these children and the husband, will be playing along with them, but in-draw of the attachment will be there, you see, as I have cited in this case.
I had a very strange experience once. It was my own idea. I was repeating my own name loudly for a longer period of time. And in one moment, my own body, I myself was so strange to myself. It was something perceiving myself from a side. Something was watching myself clearly from a side. What was that something?
I will tell you, even Newton discovered, what Newton did discover?
Gravitational law. Gravitational
law. So, to get into that concentration or aloneness to work on the gravitational law, he only repeated Newton, 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 and up to 7 times. Then he will get into some area. Then he found out why the apple falls on the ground, why it didn't go upward. Then he found out there is gravitation in the earth, but apples always fell on the earth before.
Yes.
Now it was he who found out there is some attraction in the earth. So he found law of gravitation, you see. So always there is some attraction. And always when you are empty, you will find it, you see. And John Alva Edison also, you see, who discovered this thing, sound and all these things. So he also found it when he was absolutely discouraged. He was making this plates, singing. He was got these videos and other things. Edison, his name was John Alva Edison.
Yes, Thomas.
Yes, you follow it. So he was doing, he kept the plate on the gramophone, and it was not singing. It was not singing. Now it was his final days. I commit suicide now. So he was going to commit suicide, and it sang, and he jumped.
But what I was doing was repeating my own name.
Yes, that's what I say. I'm citing you. It was repeating how I'm taking you there. Even who says, who found uranium, Eureka, he was in the bathroom. Bathroom means you are not active, you are not doing anything. And he was discovering uranium. He found what is uranium. He came nude on the road and shouting Eureka. Eureka means I have found it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So name of that thing is now Eureka only. At that time, he was only taking bath, and his mind was empty. And this thought came in his mind. This is uranium, you see. So in your case also, when you were repeating name of your own name, so the mind was busy. This is for our repetition, I tell you, whatever you repeat. People do not know. When you repeat your name, the mind and the senses are busy in sound, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, I see. No, ears are there. Sound I am hearing. The mind is busy. So mind is busy. Everything is now busy. Senses are going there to the sound, name. Name and sound is same thing.
Yes, I know.
So they are busy. Now behind the sound, this quietness was there, which you did not perceive before.
But what happened to me, it was only not with mantras, with repeating, but only with personal name. And what happened was that I could perceive myself as someone who is completely strange to me.
Absolutely.
I was a total stranger to myself.
That's what I am describing. The mind was busy in repetition. And that is the aim of repeat the mantras. People don't understand. They say they will get something by this name of some god. It is not that. It is something. Let the mind be busy. And then that is the time when you are free from the mind. So at that time what happened? When you were chanting your own name, so everything was busy towards the name and you were free.
It was very strange.
It has to be very strange.
Almost unreal. It was. I have seen for the first time. I have seen myself as not myself.
Yes.
As a total stranger.
Yeah, it was very different because that yourself, what was yourself, you only thought yourself is only this body and mind and intellect and your activity. But that was neither of this. And that your face turned towards that. And your mind was busy towards sound. It found time to see your own self. How it's a rare phenomenon. Everybody doesn't say so. Everybody doesn't say so. Therefore, it was unique, and some people know it and they get it and they can't forget it. Why can't you forget it now?
I can't forget it, but it was a little bit scary. You know, it made me. I realized in one moment. It happened in few seconds that as I was when I was 5 years old, when I was 10 years old, 15 years old, 20 years old, they were not the same people. All these eyes were different to me suddenly, and that I at that moment it wasn't me. And it was it was so strange that I was afraid of it. Then I quit. But I realized within 1 second or 5 seconds, I don't know, I can't remember what time was it. But then I knew that man, me, Drago, who was when I was 5 and when I was 10 and when I was 15 years old, all these people were different people. This I is changing all the time. It's not the same man. And then I was afraid of that. Yeah. I couldn't keep it. It was not a pleasant experience. It wasn't anandam. It was unpleasant.
Many people express this here also. They are scared. They are afraid of this thing. Same thing, they are afraid of it, and I explain to them why you are afraid of this. Then I tell how, supposing you are living in this room, so somehow there is living also a snake. There is a hole in some corner of the snake, and always is living there. You have not seen. In olden days, in our own house, the snake used to be always there. Sometimes we see, but we were not afraid of. So this man has seen a snake, and now that day he was seeing a snake is leaving the house. So actually one should be afraid when the snake is in the room. Now this snake is leaving out of the house. And he's afraid, isn't it? Everybody is afraid. So in this case, so all these doubts, all these fears which were hidden and buried in the unconscious mind. unconscious mind.
Mm-hmm.
So when this unconscious mind, with this experience, it came to the surface.
Yes.
It came to the surface, you say, I saw for the first time, because yourself was looking at the names and forms and objects of the senses so far. So this time somehow cannot be explained how you had a chance, you may be meritorious, lucky to see your own self, and then at that time you have seen yourself.
I can repeat it. I can go back to that state. I can make it again. I can repeat that state.
Yes, you?
I can repeat it. I can bring myself back to the same state.
Yes, yes.
I can, but it's not
Yes.
very pleasant, you know.
Yes, I tell you, it will be pleasant now. From now onward, it will be pleasant. Now the snake is going away. So the old tendencies which were buried in the unconscious mind with this fire of seeing the self, they caught fire and they have left now. They are not more there, but the fear is there now.
Yes.
Fear is there, but when the snake is out, therefore at that time the teacher is needed to tell you, as supposing you have borrowed money from someone, if that person who has given you money and you think this man is now passing away, he may die also, but if he says things, if he has got a son, then he doesn't worry. Then he doesn't worry. If father is dead, then I will claim from the son. Now this man who's going to die has no son. At that time he stood in front of the door. I want the money now. So he goes to the court and brings the attachment. You know the attachment?
Yes, I understand.
So he confiscates all the property before this man dies. So I am giving this example to you. This man will never be reborn again.
I see.
So other people will be reborn. Therefore, it is buried, everything in the unconscious, doesn't matter. In next life, this man will be reborn and I will take my things back. But this man is last life. Therefore, everything attacks. All the tendencies of the past which were buried, they come in front of you. This man, we have to attack him. We have to attack him because he will not have reincarnation. Therefore, this kind of fears and doubts, many things. Now they have given you loan. They have stayed in your house. Now they scare you. Buddha had it also. After enlightenment, he had it. He looks around, you see.
There was one experience more that I had. Two experiences. One was with you. I'll tell you about it later. But this one was interesting. When I'm on television talking, and then you have to be very concentrated while talking. Suddenly it happens to me that I'm talking normally, perfectly sensible sentences, but I don't think. I can watch myself clearly, talking perfectly sensible words, and it's not me doing anything. And I have the feeling that some automatic thing is talking from me. And then I experience a pleasure here, and a peace, kind of peace here, in this part.
Yes. Okay.
And then I talk, and perfectly sensible words, but it's not me that is working on it. Definitely, I can clearly see that it is not me, it is something automatic working.
That's what I told you this morning. You will speak by not speaking. This morning, I told you, when you go back, somebody will speak. Some supreme power will enter you and make this Grego work for the work.
It happened to me a few times already.
Yes. You didn't tell me, but I told you he will work this thing. The same power who sent him here, he has to do some work and it will take care. Actually, this thing happens. And if you know that what you are speaking is your own knowledge and you are egoistic about it, it will not work. No one will be benefited. And this is nonsense talk, I tell you. If you know what you are speaking, what you are telling, it will not benefit anybody. And you should be quite out of the picture and then speak. Don't take this responsibility that you are teaching anyone.
No.
And
I wouldn't do that. No, I would never do that.
Then it will work. Then it will benefit people.
It happened to me a few times, this feeling that I'm watching myself talking and watching.
Very
how
good.
it is working all the time automatically.
Very good.
I thought I freaked out,
Very good.
I thought it was not normal.
Yeah,
but
it's not normal. It's not normal. It is abnormal.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
Above normal. Yes, above normal. Above
It
normal.
was a strange feeling.
Yes.
And then I had some things happen to me with you. For example, a few months back, I was watching television. It was some kind of a film. And suddenly, I have seen you coming into my mind quite clearly, like a film. It broke my film. And then it disappeared. Then again, a few days afterwards, again, you came very strongly into my mind. In very unusual conditions, nothing reminded me of you, or I didn't read anything. I just watched Western movie, and people kept on appearing. What does it mean? I mean, it was very strange experience. Somehow, like your image would suck me in, or something like that. It was a very unusual experience. And then my wife told me that I should go here, that I should come to this place.
So your wife is wiser than you.
Yes, definitely. She told me I should go. And actually, it was one main reason that I decided to go, because it was a very unusual experience.
Yes, so this is very good. It's not experience. It's not experience at all. Yes. There's something else which cannot be given name. And this will stay.
Yes, but for example, if I do that repeating, I was practicing transcendental meditation for years.
Yes.
And it's a very good technique in my opinion. It really brings you to the no thought state. It can. I experienced that myself. And a few times I had a very strong experience of this note, but you can't keep it. And but it's there. So this state that I experienced with repeating my own name, fast and a little bit longer, was same like that state, no thought state in transcendental meditation. So if it gives me that experience, why shouldn't I repeat it? Why shouldn't I keep on repeating my name and bring this experience back?
No, the experience, the result of this experience, this name has not brought it. This repetition has got nothing to do with this state.
But it brought it. I repeated that once again, and again I had the same experience.
Yes, it engaged the mind to make you free.
But why not other mantras? I was repeating mantras and nothing happened. But when I was repeating my own name, then suddenly it happened. I was repeating many mantras and both times when I tried it. That was amazing, because I tried with these mantras and everything, but it never works.
Because the other mantra means name. Somebody's name is taking your mind to any object other than you. So when you repeat your own mantra, then you are concentrating inside.
Yes.
You are concentrating yourself inside. Mantra means to repeat the name of God. So you are here. So when you repeat, you send the vibration of the mind to repeat to something else, maybe God. So you are sending your mind to grasp some form of the God outside.
Yes.
So when you say your own, so here the mind is going to repeat your own name. So you send the mind in the inner self, means the mind is going to search its source, the source of the mind, to repeat the mantra of your own name. So when it is engaged in the repetition of your own name, it is busy. So now it has become, because the mind is inside, it's not holding to any object outside. So now it is no mind.
Yes, that was very clear experience.
That it's no mind now. So this no mind has given you this experience.
It was a paradoxical state. You see what I mean? When I think about it now, then it seems paradox. But at that time, it was perfectly logical to me. It was no paradox in it, no contradiction. But when I came out of that state, then when I remember it now, then it seems paradoxical, impossible. Like some other world, something which doesn't belong to this.
So the coming out, I do not believe you can never come out. Once have entered, you cannot come out of it. That I don't believe. Because you have not gone inside, the mind is lost now. So I tell you, when I come out, you are here gone in. You have gone in somewhere and you call it a paradox experience, very good experience. And now you are going from here outside, from here. How can you become outside? Now you are carrying this impression with you. You are this when you go from outside.
But sometimes it comes, by itself, briefly, shortly. But I can't keep it all the time.
Because you want to bring it into time. Here is the point, you make note of it. It doesn't come all the time because it is not the time. That thing has not happened into time. At that time you never knew it is this time that it has happened.
And when it came back, it was always when I was not thinking about it at all. It just came out of nowhere.
Yes, at that time it was not time.
And then I tried to prolong it.
Yes, then you want to bring it into time.
And it's gone.
Yes, it will go because something which is beyond time, you want to bring it into time, it has to go.
I see.
Time means mind. You listen now at this time, it will clarify this point. Time means mind.
Yes, it's as a concept of mind.
Concept of mind. So there is no difference between time and mind. When there is mind, there is time. And when there is a time, there is mind.
But when I, somehow I feel when I approach that state, when it happens and when it's gone, I experience a fear. Some are like dying, the fear of death. And once after that, I started to experience the fear of death. Somehow, you know what I mean, losing my mind, something like that.
Fear of death means that is the death of the death itself. That's the fear of the death, yes.
It was so strong and unpleasant, very.
But how you take it, that was the fear of the death itself. The death is now afraid of death herself. She is dead. Why you look at it?
Well, it was automatically. If I would know, I wouldn't do it, but it was automatically.
Always when the death came, you thought it is my death.
Yeah.
This time, this is because you got there somewhere where this is the death of the death itself. And death is that which will take away the time from you. And you were in the time, therefore the death came. When you are not in the time, no death can come. When someone dies, he has to die in time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you were out of time.
Yes.
So don't bring in the same, when you are speaking, I don't get into that. So this is bringing some timelessness, some transcendence, what you say. into time. So time is mind and mind is space. So you can't bring. You have to transcend time, you have to transcend space and go beyond which is beyond any thought. You can't perceive it even. You can't think about it. So you stay there.
Let go.
Yes, that's it.
I see. But when it happens, then I don't remember to let go.
This is.
I automatically.
Now you remember.
Runs in.
Now
you know what I
repeat
mean?
the name. Now you repeat your mantra. Let go. Okay. Then you try this thing. This mantra you try. If you have to try no name, let go also is a name. So.
Yes.
But when you say let go, you don't hold anything. Let go. Anything.
It's like
that
same
comes.
this.
Even death comes. Let go.
I see.
So this stage come, this happiness come, let go. Come on now, speak like this thing. Even happiness come, even good time came to you, even this experience came to you, because what does not stay, let it go.
I see.
This beautiful experience, if it comes, if it came, what comes, let it go.
I see.
So what has not come, it will not go. Then you will see underneath what has not come is your own self. Where will it come and where it will go? So whatever comes, so this will be your mantra, let go. No, I don't want this experience also.
I see.
Here it is. Here you got it, I guess.
Yes, I see. And what is the relation between you and your disciples? I had that experience with you. I was staying here for 2 days, and somehow you are always coming back to my mind, and it gives me a real bliss. Why is that? Are you doing anything, or you are influencing some people, or what? I don't understand. What is it? In my case, I'm not a very good disciple. No, I'm just staying a few hours each time. But still I had that impression all the time.
Because you are doing something, some magic on me.
No, definitely not. No. Maybe in past life.
Some hypnotism?
No, not me. No, I don't. Honestly, I don't.
You don't?
No.
I feel that you are hypnotized.
You feel my power?
I always remember
You feel my power?
Yes. I always remember many times. Ask you, even at your back, without any talk, I say, no, where's my Gregor? They ask, who's Greg? Ask me. Recently, before his coming, I was speaking.
Yeah.
And immediately you came. And then you said, no, he may be hearing you. He came. Your letter came same day.
Yeah.
There's something else. You can't explain it. You can't explain it.
No, I can't. But that's why I ask you.
I also can't. This is better. This is beyond explanation.
Yes.
Beyond explanation. Yes.
Everything was filmed? No.
Huh?
Everything is filmed.
Really?
Yes, they film everything. Spiritual spions around us. Spiritual spions.
Spy?
Yes, spiritual spy. Right? Spying us all the time.
I want to give you this
Yes, very good.
the Guadalupe Virgin. It's like Guadalupe Virgin of Mexico.
What say?
Guadalupe Virgin. It's like Kuan Yin, but for Mexico people,
Yes.
it's a goddess. It's a
From?
goddess from Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah.
This is saint?
Yes, it's a goddess. It's the mother of God.
It's a Virgin Mary. One version
Mary.
one version from Mexico.
From Mexico.
From Mexico, yes, it's very nice.
Yeah. It's like here, Kuan Yin. Like Kuan Yin, the goddess of mercy, no?
Who would know all these Indian gods? There are thousands
No,
of them.
Kuan Yin is in Buddhism.
The goddess of mercy.
No? Buddhism.
Something like Buddhist goddess of mercy.
Kuan Yin.
But this belongs
But this
to
is
Christianity,
Mexico.
Christian tradition. She's the Virgin Mary, actually, but from Mexico. The version from Mexico.
Yeah, version from Mexico.
Mexico. They're coming from Mexico.
Mother of Christ, we call it. Mother of Christ, Mother of Jesus.
Of Jesus, yeah. All the people in Mexico have a lot of devotion. Have a lot of devotion, many devotion of this.
Many.
Mexicans are devoted very much to the Virgin Mary. You know, they are devoted Christians. Mexicans,
I see.
mainly Catholics.
That's Catholic.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
Yes. Very good. We have
Nice for you.
such a thing. We have many photos of Mary, Mother of Christ. Yes.
Yeah.
For this birth of Christ always taken, you have to be virgin. You have to be virgin. This is how I explain. How to be mother of Jesus, you have to be virgin. Yes.
You
Then-
believe that?
Huh?
You believe that?
I am explaining you. You have to be virgin means no conception. You are not to meet a man. Then you will deliver this Jesus. What's the meaning of virginity? To have no thought. That's called virgin mind. Then Jesus will be born into your womb. Means truth. Truth will be born in the mother should be virgin. Means your understanding, your mind must be virgin. That's what I speak about.
Yes.
Many Catholics come to me, many monks come to me from all monasteries. Biggest monastery in Germany is Maria Laach, isn't it? Many monks from there, then Montserrat in Spain, many monks from Montserrat.
Montserrat, this is yours. Well, no, it's Spanish.
Yes. They come to me to know about Jesus. And from Italy, from Rome also. They come to me to understand Bible. And they, yes, to understand Bible. They do not know. They do not know what is Bible because they have lost faith in Jesus. Because when he said, "Oh my Father, why thou hast not come?" Isn't it?
Yes,
On the
yes,
cross.
yeah, that's right.
So they have doubts about it, that he wanted Father to help him to remove him from the cross, misery of the cross. He had to carry cross. Then he fainted on the way many times.
That's right.
He was made to carry and put it on the cross. And he was fainting, you see, at that time he was suffering. At that time, oh my father, why thou hast not come? So they asked me in private. They can't ask you. No, you can't ask the meaning of the Bible. Bible is to read, not to understand. Bible is to read, not to understand. It's a good book if you say to read St. Matthew, you read St. John particularly, but you do not know, you are not allowed to understand. You have just to read. By reading what happened, what will you get by reading? You have to go into the word, the meaning of the gist of the word. We are allowed to read the Vedas, Upanishad, and we can comment on it, and we can understand, we can go to our teacher. What is the meaning of Atman? Self. Then freedom. What's the meaning? But you can't ask. I ask many people, they do not know, they are not supposed to ask. I have seen many monasteries in Roma and other places, nobody knows. On the contrary, the Father Alfonso from Mount Athos, he invited me to speak on Bible, and other Fernandez also from Montserrat, he invited me to speak on Bible, and Father Stanislas, you might have heard. I went to Vatican also on Christmas Day, on New Year Day, so I've seen they attended the Mass also, and seen Pope also.
You have seen the Pope?
Yes.
This one?
No, Pauline, yes, Paulino.
But not this Pope.
Yes,
not
Paulino.
Pope. One before. I mean, two before.
Two.
The one died in 15 days.
Yes. Another I have seen this in France also, Cardinal of France also. Yes, he spoke to me. They are all having trouble with, they don't understand Bible. And this Stanislas said, if there's any Christian left in the world, and it is Poonjaji, you know.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Very interesting. It is Poonjaji. You have to learn Bible from Poonjaji.
He told you that in private, of course.
Yeah?
He told you that in private.
No.
Publicly.
Not private. Everybody, openly. There are many monks, many brothers also there. And away of the monastery was himself there. They invited me also there. He didn't say privately. Yes, he is accepted as a monastery, a monk.
Yes, it's able.
On the hill he lives, on the top of the mountain. He's always meditating.
Yes, they're making prayer actually.
Prayer, only praying.
Yes, only praying. They don't.
They don't even. So I told them, you need not pray. You need not run away. You don't pray. You keep quiet.
That's what.
This is what Bible says. It says you keep quiet. You are not got to know where is your God that you are. Where is your God that you have to pray? And it is written in Bible, St. John. He is the Bible, you bring Bible.
He is inside you.
And
He is within.
Yes, you bring the Bible both. You know French, you know?
No,
English.
English.
English, you can bring English.
Deutsche.
I've got all Spanish, English, many Bibles here. She will not find you, go with her. She can't. Every time she can't find you. Bigger one.
It's not the biggest one you have, right? It's not the biggest one you have.
Same thing. The Bible does not change. Different monks have added from century. It was written four centuries after the death of Christ. It started.
Yes.
40 years after.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was much.
Okay, you write now 118, St. John 118, you read what he writes about.
St. John
St. John
1:18.
118, yes, read it, you see. What it says about God, first of all.
19. No man had seen God at any time.
Yes, then.
The only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, He has declared Him.
Yes. And then we say, nobody knows the meaning. What's the meaning of this? No one has ever seen God. Then why to pray if no one has ever seen? Then you take Matthew 6:6.
Matthew,
6.
yes, yes.
6, you see?
Yes, I'm.
What does it mean? Nobody knows.
Matthew 6.
That's why they asked me to read the Bible to them.
Matthew 6.
6:6.
6:6.
Yeah.
Like a devil's sign. It's a devil's sign. 666. Diablo. Yes, chapter 6, number 6. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet.
Listen now, one by one. Okay, one thou.
But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet.
What does it mean? What they see? What they say? You enter. You shut the outside door because there is a lot of noise outside. You shut this door and go into inner side.
Yeah, but into your body, yeah. And when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret.
Yes, see? Which is in secret. Inside you go, you are asking this question. Secretly you pray, and secretly prayer is no prayer. It means you don't pray. To whom you pray in secret?
In silence.
Silence. Yes, yes. You are going in secrecy. If you speak, your secrecy is lost. And Father is inside. What is this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Spanish.
No.
Don't say they have Spanish.
Spanish?
It's a French version.
French.
But this
You
is,
know French?
I don't know.
Matthew 6. It's Matthew 6:6.
Yes, I found it. I was reading it right now. And the last one, and thy Father which sitteth in secret shall reward thee openly.
Huh?
This is the last part. And thy Father which sitteth in secret shall reward thee openly.
Yeah, openly. Yes, yes. Unasked for. You will reward if you are keeping quiet, you see. That's what I teach also, you see. Secretly go inside, keep quiet, and you will be rewarded. Whatever you get, you keep quiet.
That's it.
It's Catalan. It's not Spanish, neither French.
Catalonia, yes, yes.
Barcelona is in Catalan, is in Barcelona.
Barcelona side, they speak
can read it?
It's Catalan.
No,
it's in
it has nothing to do with Spanish.
No.
I see.
I know Basque also, they speak in
Yeah.
Basque.
The Basque is the other side.
Oh, yeah,
Spain.
the Basque.
It's the Atlantic side.
They don't believe in this Basque. They are not.
How come you don't have a German Bible?
Huh?
Do they have a German Bible here?
Yes.
Yeah, they should have.
Yes.
Germans are in charge here, so I think you should have a German Bible, okay?
Very, very.
Germans don't believe in Bible.
Germans? Oh, yeah, they do. I mean, yes, they do, but there are many churches.
The Germans are now working. They are scientists. They will not now. They are working now on sex life of Christ. Do you know it?
Yes, I've read something like that.
Yes, yes. They are
It was
working
even
on
a film about
sex life of Christ. They are working on Germans.
But there was a film already.
Yes, they were.
The last temptation of Jesus Christ.
Huh?
The last temptation of Jesus Christ.
Yes,
They made a film about it.
yes. And now, after 2,000 years, they are finding out his sex life. Not funny, man. And now even from the mummies, 3,000-year-old mummies, they are finding the sex, what kind of sex, how she was enjoying the sex. You see, yes.
Really?
Yes, yes, they came in the paper. And which disease? Was she having AIDS?
Really?
The mummies, yes, mummies were having AIDS.
No, I don't believe that.
Yeah,
You believe that?
No, it is a scientific research.
But do you believe that?
I don't believe it. When the man is dead, before death, all diseases leave him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
And they say, this mummy died out of AIDS. So AIDS was already there, thought.
Yeah, but it's impossible.
Impossible, yes. So what to do about it? You have to believe science.
Yeah. But not always. Not always. So many people here now. When I was here last time, there were only few.
Because I was not staying here. I was not staying here. I was staying in Rishikesh. In India, I was staying in Rishikesh, Goa, Bangalore. Not here. This is not our place. You see, we have only came after Pakistan. I have not stayed much in this state. I don't belong to this state. I am from Pakistan.
Yes, I've read your biography.
Yes. So most of it.
It's not arthritis.
Not arthritis. I do not know, but I got some. I'm not comfortable to work. And then I sleep well, I eat well.